So, thanks everybody for joining this webinar. And if you hear the replay, I understand that you are in a different time zone, but the ones who are live on this webinar will get real good content and have the possibility to ask questions. Okay, so that is a big advantage, I think, for yourself. So tonight, please type in the chat box if you are new to me, if this is the first time that you are with me in the webinar. Please type new. I'm new. Okay, I see a couple of news. So really quick, because a lot of howdy, I'm from Texas, I'm new. Okay, so thanks for I'm pleased that you take your time tonight, and probably I'm a stranger for you and you never have experienced me. So on Tuesday nights we do training webinars, how to do lead generation, and I feel confident to train you in that because I do that since 2009. I have a lot of clients. I manage more than 1 million on Google AdWords, and I know what works. So that is in a nutshell. I was not overnight successful. I learned the hard way. The only thing what was consistent is that I took action, and that is one thing every successful internet marketer has common, is that they take action. So there is nothing like a switch and you be successful. Okay, there are things what you need to follow and you need to do to become successful, and I hope to share that experience with you. So that is my goal of those training webinars. And also I like your guys' feedback, where you're struggling with, what I can do to help you more. Okay, so there's a two-way communication here. So with that, a couple of weeks ago, I think, I met Fritz, I think a couple of months ago during a webinar, a training, an event, and I don't know how Fritz found me, but you walk around, and Fritz introduced himself, and from that first moment we felt bounded because we were doing about the same thing, and we were both AdWords Guru, and we had both clients, and I tell a little bit what I knew, and he told what he does, and he said I'm working on a new product, and I said, okay, let's stay in contact. So let me introduce here Fritz. He's on this webinar too, and together we will bring you really good content. So Fritz, tell a little about yourself.
I actually was a chiropractor for about 16 or 17 years, and did very, very well. I enjoyed the business, and but fortunately I was always extremely good at producing new clients, new patients. I just loved it and was able to do big promotions and open houses and you name it, and so that allowed me to do very well and retired early, and but I always missed marketing and being able to generate new clients for myself and other people. So that's what I've been doing for the past I don't know, 15 years exclusively, just looking at marketing new ways, old ways, and now it's all online. And I've been doing internet marketing for about 7 years, and been doing it for bigger companies, medium companies, smaller companies, doing it for my own self. I've done e-commerce stuff and pretty much everything. I did SEO for years and years and years. I did reputation management. I still do some of that. I enjoy that. And I did Google Maps. I did training for Google Maps when Google Maps was easy. It's not anymore. So then I kind of ventured into pay-per-click because I had certain clients that were doing pay-per-click as well as organic search, and I was competing against a pay-per-click guy, and he always seemed to beat me, generating the most money for the client. So I started looking into that, and one thing led to another, and I got a client in an emergency niche, as I call it, and the phone started ringing off the wall for the client, and that led me to where I am today, looking at niches that are easy to get to the top for pay-per-click or organic, and with little competition, and figuring out how to make the phone ring for clients at least 50 times a month. You know, my goal for every client is at least 50 calls a month or more.
Okay.
And so that led to the 12 niches that I researched and found that the costs are low and the profits are high, and so that led to my launch, Local Leads Domination, and we have been doing that about 3 weeks now, and have a little over 1,000 members, and I'm just delivering content to them like Jack is every week, trying to help them make more money in their business. And I do that by, you know, telling every single trick that's ever worked for me over a bunch of years.
So Fritz,
yes,
you have been built up that experience about, you know, which niche works or which doesn't work, and you have shared that experience. And what we tonight want to focus on is the following. So how to get a new client, how to maintain, probably I spelled that wrong for some reason, how to maintain a good relationship with the client, and where to order a new client. So those things I think we want to focus on tonight, because I did you know, I got those feedbacks in Facebook, on messages, on email. Some screen is frozen. Do you still see my screen, everybody? The page hasn't changed. Okay. So let's see if I... Do you see how to get a new client? See
no.
local search PR screen. No. Oh, something is... This is better, I think. Do you see my presentation? Yes. Okay. Thanks for the feedback, guys. Sorry for that. So, today we want to concentrate on 3 things: how to get a new client, how to maintain a good relationship with the client, and where to order a new client. So with that said, Fritz is going to cover how to get a new client, because he has signed up so many clients, and he also has figured out what works and what didn't work. So both is very valuable information which we want to share with you tonight.
Yes. Yeah, and getting new clients online obviously is different than any other way. You know, direct mail, radio, TV. So we're dealing from someplace. And I get asked a question because I primarily do Google AdWords to get my clients, and of course to get calls for clients. And even on I had a webinar this afternoon, and the question was asked, well, how about getting clients from Facebook ads, doing pay-per-click for Facebook, because, people say I can get, lots of leads from Facebook, or I can get them from Craigslist, and, you can get them from Craigslist, and you can get them from Facebook and Twitter and so forth and so on. But in the past day, I've had two people tell me that, I'm getting leads from Craigslist and Facebook, but they're not the quality of Google. And it's funny, I had a webinar this afternoon, and one of the members just emailed me about a half hour ago, and he says, I came in late to the webinar and also the last one. I really needed good lead solutions from my 70-plus realtor prospects. They're mostly not satisfied with the lead quality I am generating now with my system via Facebook ads. Could you send me the links to the replays concerning the real estate, your product links, and if you sell a system? So this is the second time people have said you can get leads from other places, but it's my belief and experience that the leads you get from Google search, particularly Google AdWords, is the highest quality online. Now, I can't prove that, but I have lots and lots of companies that I've worked with and watched, and they use AdWords, and the leads they get are as high quality as you can get online. So, saying that, there's so much noise out there, and you guys get so many emails every day from tons of different people selling a system and a different way to do this or get clients, and you get confused. But the simplest system that's going to be around today, next year, and 20 or 30 years from now will be Google AdWords. And if you learn how to get leads and make money from that system, you'll never have to worry again. And it's just that I guess some people are afraid of it, but you just have to get in and do it. Particularly with using coupons, it doesn't really cost you any money to get started. So
let me ask you a question, Fritz, before we jump in the fulfillment, okay?
Okay.
So because Google AdWords, YouTube, SEO, that's all needed to generate those calls for the client. But assume a client is waiting for your call to ask for your service and what you have to offer. What are the steps what you need to take and what you need to do to convert that client to that prospect in a client?
Well, I get quite a few leads from my, what I call them, client getting sites. I have a specific theme that I use that I had developed. It's a Nexus theme, and when I'm trying to get clients, the easiest way is to have them fill a form out, on a website, and you make a real strong offer, which is you can offer, 2 or 3 phone calls from clients needing their services. I mean, I don't believe in giving away a week's worth of phone calls. Some people teach that. You'll get people that will just take a week and you'll never hear from them again. So a strong offer, a couple free phone calls, and then you need to get their credit card on file to see if they're serious. So if you get a person that's interested in getting new leads for their business, they'll take the time to fill a form out with their contact information. They'll send it to you. the next step is a follow-up phone call the instant you get that form, if you can, because that's how you determine if they're serious or they're kind of a deadbeat. And of course, the easiest way is to say, yes, let's get started. I'm going to put up a lead gen site for you. I'm going to set up several different properties online to make your phone ring, and we're going to get started tomorrow. So all I need to do is get your credit card number, and we'll start sending you clients tomorrow. At that point, two things can happen. They can just give you a credit card number, or they can say, well, I thought this doesn't cost anything. And of course, the answer is it doesn't cost anything. And then if they say, well, I don't feel comfortable giving you a credit card number, I'll say, yeah, I understand that, but our company really requires that. I can't start your campaign, and I can't start sending 2 to 3 new customers every day for you without that. So it's totally secure and safe. We use the same company that eBay and Amazon use, Authorize.net. It's totally secure as it can be, and we'll send you the recordings of all the calls you get before we ever charge your credit card, but that's just the policy we have. So, I mean, that's the way I suggest doing it, and the downside is you'll lose a few customers that way, but you will also almost totally eliminate the deadbeats. You can do it the other way and say after 2 or 3 calls, you'll have to call them back again, and you can pause their campaign so they don't get any more calls, and just leave a message or tell them that everything's going well. We've got several people waiting to contact you. Then you can say, all we need is your credit card on file to get going. So those are the 2 ways. It's really up to you. I wouldn't go past 2 calls.
So you say 2 calls?
That's it? Yeah. I mean, I know that seems harsh, but I started with giving a week's worth. Then I went to like 3 days. Then I went down to 2 days. And now I'm all the way back to just 2. That's it.
2 calls,
because,
not 2 days, but 2 calls.
That's it, 2 calls, and that's usually the first day. That's usually in the morning. So, and then if you get your credit card number, I would go ahead and run that through the first call you get, just to make sure there's credit on the credit card. I know, that's being a little cautious, but it's the only way you'll know. Obviously I've had a few customers that credit cards didn't work, so that's again how I know. And that's the best way to do it. You're gonna filter out the deadbeats and only end up with the people that are willing to pay you, $18 or $20 a lead, and be happy to pay you 50 times that every single month. It's the only way. So,
Right. I'm also answering questions, so I try to follow your system, because I really want to have that settled down also for myself, okay?
Okay.
So, you have a system, okay, where businesses respond and want to use your service, okay? They are waiting for a call for you, okay?
Right.
Now you call them up, and so can I role play with you, Fritz? We didn't practice it, but I think this is the most important part of the webinar. So yep. I like that people and also myself get used to it, and I think when we role play, it's a little bit easier to find out the right word. So So Fritz, you calling me up because I showed interest in your service and you calling me up, correct? So
Right.
so let's assume I'm a plumber company. So please call me, Fritz, and then
Ring, ring, ring.
hi, this
um,
is Jack, plumber ABC. How can I help you?
Jack, I just got a form in my email, and it looks like you have signed up to start getting some new customers
Yes, that's
for your
right.
business.
Yes,
Is that correct?
yes, I was curious about what you're offering. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? Because, I don't know you.
Yeah, I mean, and I can assume by the name of your company that you're in the towing business, right? You have a towing company in Atlanta, Georgia?
Yeah, actually, I was
Okay.
more, yeah, okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I just want to make sure because before we start sending you calls, I want to make sure that you can handle the amount of volume that we're going to be sending you. So let me ask you, how many trucks do you have in your company?
We have
Do you
four
have any?
trucks.
So do you have an extra one right now that can handle, I'd say, at least 4 to 5 new calls a day?
Yeah, we should be able to.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I think we can get started, because the worst thing I can do is send you more business than you can handle. So we are going to start that tomorrow, and we're going to give you the first day, all the calls that come in, it will be at least 2 at no charge. Does that sound okay to you?
Yeah, are you able to do that so quickly? Things
Yes.
going a little bit fast for me. So,
Yeah, that's why I ask you if you're ready, because I can have this set up in about a day, and of course I'll call you before we start the campaign, but a couple hours after we start it, you'll probably start getting calls, particularly in your city, because in your city there's a high volume of people looking for a towing company, and you'll probably get about 4 or 5 calls a day, which is over 100 calls a month. So you need to prepare to handle the business, because if we send you more calls than you can handle, and if you don't pick up the call, we still charge you 50% of the call. Okay, and in your case it's $17, so we would have to still charge you $8.50 for a missed call, and you don't want to pay that, right?
no, no, no.
Okay. Okay, so we are going to start out a little bit slow, send you 2 to 3 calls a day, and we'll let you know before they start. So you need to answer the calls and go on all the jobs that you can. Of course, if you have calls from competitors or advertising people, we don't charge you for those. And of course, we send you the recording of the calls before we use your credit card. So I hope you feel comfortable with this operation. We have been doing this for a long time, and we've never failed sending a lot of calls for our towing company clients. So, and Atlanta has a lot of demand, so you will probably get possibly more calls than you can handle. But that's okay, because we always have another towing company in almost every city, because if you can't handle the volume, the next call goes to another towing company. And I know you don't want to lose business, but we do that just because it seems to help everybody. So we're going to start that, and the first day is on us, and then the second day after that, we're going to charge your credit card $17 for every valid new customer you receive. which would be probably between 75 and 100 a month. So, if that's all right with you, the only thing I need is just a credit card on file, and you will start getting all those customers. So, do you have, Visa or MasterCard that we can use right now?
Okay, Fritz, I think that that went well. So,
Okay.
but what I figured out in this role play was you actually already make the assumption that the deal was done,
Right.
Instead
Right.
of defending yourself about what you're going to deliver, you actually put requirements of, hey, I need to qualify you.
Right.
So you turn the coin a little bit. Let's say, hey, I can deliver those calls, no question about that. But I want that you can handle your part. So now that business is probably
Right.
thinking, oh,
They finally talked to somebody honest.
yeah. So, and then you also didn't ask, or there was no discussion about price. You say, that is the price,
Right.
So you didn't negotiate the price. You said, okay, each call is $17, and you said, okay, if you miss too many calls, we're going to forward too many calls to other business in the same town. So,
Right.
so, and I think you said 50% for a missed call or so. I don't know. There's a little bit
Right.
high maintenance thing. So I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a little.
Depends.
I would offer something like you get 2 or 3 free calls each days, because it
But as soon as you say that, guess
Yeah.
what? They start answering every call then. Okay?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, but I understand. So maybe, okay, it's not implemented in Lead Tracker Jack at the moment, so I'm not sure.
Okay. That's okay.
So people are asking more the fulfillment. How can you walk through the PPC? We can do that, but I don't want to use this webinar to speak about AdWords and the fulfillment. I'm happy to do that. But last training webinar and last month, the number one problem, what you told me, is how can I get more client? How can I sign up? How can I sign a new client? How can I have more clients? So that is where I want to concentrate on, and also that you feel comfortable how to do it. Fritz, are you smoking in the background? Are you here?
No.
Okay.
No, not me.
So
I'm totally enjoying, your members' stuff that works.
yeah,
and if you just listen to how I said it, I just assumed that they were going to sign up, give me his credit card,
yeah.
and I'm going to get him 100 calls a month.
I probably going to cut and paste that role play, because I think if you it came to me across that you didn't convert. You just say, hey, you reply to, you were interested, and this is what we're going to do if you fulfill my requirements. So that
And I'm right, and I'm not making this up about giving them too many calls. When I started with towing, every single client got too many calls. Every single one, until I switched over. So this is real.
Yeah.
I didn't make it up.
So Fritz, if you would had a plumber or an other niche, would then the script be a little bit different?
Yeah, it would be a little different. The call volume wouldn't be as high. I would, give them more realistic amount of calls. I think I can get them. Like the limo business is more like 20 a month. Locksmiths are more like 50 a month, 50, 60 a month, something like that. But other than that, it would be about the same. I'm going to get you calls and you're going to pay me.
So I think your phone approach is more or less, hey, you showed interest to me, I'm calling you back now, but before I sign you up, you need to fulfill my requirements.
Right.
And that put a little bit, I think, what I felt during the phone conversation, hey, I need to qualify. And of course, as business owner, I want all those calls because that is where I get my business from. And now I have less resistance to give my credit card.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you're putting out there that they could possibly lose that many clients a month if they don't start up with you, and they will. They'll lose all the new business. So
I got all this question about the fulfillment part. Yes, we using AdWords to generate those leads, and we will cover that in another session, how to do it. Fritz also put a product out there, which keyword and which niches. And I did a couple of webinars about it, and I feel there's more need about how to do it. But I don't want to concentrate. I don't want to concentrate on the fulfillment part, because last webinar in the last 3 months. So I can ask the same question in this group again. We have a big group now, so I really would appreciate, and I don't share your specific number. I would really appreciate if everybody, all attendees, and there are a lot, type in the amount of paying clients you have. Okay, so type in that please now. So 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 or more, So they're flooding in, but I want to see from everybody, so I get a good overview. So half of the people have filled out now. Do I need to assume the other half has 0 clients, or they don't want to share it? Okay. So type in, please, the other half. We haven't done it. The amount of paying clients you have, please. And you see, but I noticed more than a half have 0 clients, paying clients, and some do have 1, 2, 3, 4 or more. Okay, so don't feel, everybody has no clients. So without paying clients, you don't make money. Okay, that's simple. Okay, so Fritz just role played how to convert a client who has shown interest. Does everybody get that part? Are there questions about that role play? How to convert a client who has shown interest in getting customers to call, okay? I see a lot of yeses and I see 1 no. I see the role play was excellent. So Floyd, can you specify your question, what you missed, okay? So Fritz, you get a lot of compliments about your role play.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Well, and I think that's where you all you need to get confident that this system really works well, including the fulfillment that Jack, I'm sure is teaching you the pay-per-click part. But when you know your costs are really low per click, $1 or $2, and you've got somebody that when they make a sale, they make at least $100 or to $150. it's a perfect scenario. You're giving them what they want. The only reason they wouldn't is because I guess they could do it themselves, but most of them can't. So you just have to, you got to get that first client, and you got to set up the pay-per-click campaign, and then you got to see those. You got to look at your tracking number, and every day you see a couple calls coming in, and you see you're paying for a couple clicks, and the first time you see that, I mean, even the first week, you will really get excited. You'll say, this really works, and then you're off and running. So Jack's right. You must get that first client. Whatever it takes, you got to get it. And that's lead into Jack and what we're going to offer, right, Jack?
Yeah, so one more thing, Fritz, before we jumped over there,
okay.
Because I never have done a webinar that had so many questions. So it's flooding all over constantly.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not sorry. I just want to tell you that people really like the training, but also have questions, okay? So,
okay.
Fritz, you are able to generate those hot clients which are waiting on your phone call to
yes.
To say, hey, when can you deliver more clients, okay?
Yes.
So what is your closing rate? How many clients do you have to call? Let's say you call 10 hot clients. How many of those 10 hot clients are you able to close to get them as clients?
The ones that fill forms out, right? So they would have filled.
So those are pre-qualified. They have let you know, hey Fritz, when can I sign up with you? So how many of those 10 are you able to get a credit card?
Well, that's the qualifying question, and let's go the easy way, which is you don't get a credit card. You give them the first day of calls free, or at least 2 calls. In that scenario, it would be 9 out of 10. Okay, I would start the campaign. They would get going, but then you still have to get their credit card. So out of those 9, probably about half of them would be good for the credit card. Maybe more than 50 to like 60% would sign up, have a credit card, credit on the credit card.
Okay. So let's keep it conservative, okay?
Okay.
Let's say 5 of the 10, 1 of the 2, you are able to get a credit card and get a customer which pays you $1,000 per month for those leads at average, I think, okay?
Right.
So you need 2 hot clients for 2 hot prospects, hot clients, to get a credit card and get a client which pays you $1,000 per month. Correct, Fritz?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, of course, everybody's wondering how to get those hot clients. Are you guys? So type in a yes if you're wondering how to get those hot clients, or, does everybody want those hot clients? So I see only yeses. I have not seen anyone no. So I see about flooding of yeses. I know, because you're asking me that for 3 months, and actually last training webinar I did the same poll, and that opened my eyes from, hey, I need to solve this first, okay? You guys learning how to do things but have no client, and the only thing that to make you happy and to pay your bills is a client, okay? So that is step number 1, okay? So let me show you what Fritz and me are working on the background for several weeks now, okay? So we were discussing how to solve that problem for your guys, and we came up with a system where you can have access to those hot clients, okay? So I don't know if you already saw it, but let me switch the screen. Probably it's messed up at the moment, but do you guys see my screen now from local search PR? Okay, yes. So there will be in the common days there will be a link for you guys, and that link will say under numbers hot clients, okay? And here you, if let me Fritz, I hear you drinking and all kind of things, so probably
I'm just drinking water. It's only water.
Let me probably I need to log in again. It will log me back because it log you out by itself. So let me log in, and then you will see under numbers, you will see a link in a common days hot clients, and those hot clients will get listed by niche, so you can see, you can dig in which niche you're looking for. There's one limitation, okay, and I cannot please everybody, okay? Those hot clients are only situated in the United States. I know, okay, sorry for that, okay? So we don't have a system set up for every country yet, okay? If this becomes very successful and we see good results, we might want expand that for Australia and for, I know everybody needs clients, okay? So they will, so there's a numbers hot clients, and you see those will be listed by niche. And if this is an example, okay guys, it is not a real client. You can see the date when it is listed, you can see the niche, you can see the area code, and then you can say you can either order them or not, okay? And if you order them, you get all the information for that client, you know, the email, the phone number, to call them up, and you probably need 2 of those to get a client. We are doing the lead gen for your guys, okay? You only need to do the calling, what we just did for you, and you need the fulfillment, okay? But step number 1 is, I can hear you, get a client, okay? Step number 1. And once you get a client, you're probably going to contact me. Jack, I have a client, or you're going to, how do I do the fulfillment? Okay, that is the luxury part, okay? Guys, when you need the fulfillment, you are in other position. You're not struggling anymore. You get paid. You're flying, okay? You get paid for every call you make. You get money. Do you guys like this system? No, I need it for the UK. I knew that this is coming. I knew. So give us time, okay? I cannot do everything at this system. I never have seen ever elsewhere, okay? This system is so unique that you cannot, I don't know, it's so unique what we are going to deliver you. And that is because your feedback, okay? That is because of your feedback. So there are some limitation, okay? Of course, limitation is versus United States. We are only able to deliver that many hot clients each day, okay? It takes time for us also to generate those hot clients, okay? So that is limitation 1, okay? Then limitation 2. We only sell to one user the hot lead. We don't sell three times the same lead, okay? At least not at this point, okay? We have to see how the conversion works, okay? But at this point, we only sell to one user. So that means who first comes gets first served, okay? You have to log in. So the price is, I put the price now at $47. So I think for less than $100 you get a client. It's, to me, which pays $1,000 per month. It's incredible cheap, and how much effort we have to put in. So that is my target at the moment. So we have to see how things convert and how many leads we're able to produce. So that is also new for us. Really, that is new, okay? We put a lot of effort in this, and Fritz actually has worked months and months and months on this system, okay? So that is not something what we took overnight, okay? There's a system that we developed, and now we have this implemented in Call CD to make it all easy for you to order it and to take action, okay? So everything is based on taking action. This too. So you order it, you call them, you close it, and you fulfill, okay? And Rob said, even is it 1 to 3. You're right. $150 each month. One time. It's not a monthly fee, guys. One time, okay? And then you probably earn $1,000 for each client, okay? So that is brand new, guys. That is just released today, and you don't have access to it yet. That is only for admin, but we will release it as soon as Fritz put his machine on go. We will fill the machine, okay, and we will deliver those per niche, and you will see numbers, hot clients, and you will see those niches with a number, and you can click on your niche which you want to target, and then it's up to you if you want to order. And if you order, it's gone. There's no second user who can order the same hot lead. This is only within Lead Tracker Jack, okay? That is, you can't. There's nowhere else in the internet where you can order this. You have to have access to Lead Tracker Jack, and you have to have your payment information filled out. So I got so many questions, Fritz. I cannot keep up with everything. So
and I can't look at them myself, right?
No.
Okay.
So I know you can. So I didn't expect it, but I just want to let you know how wild it is in the question.
Sorry. Sorry about that.
No. Are the slides supposed to be advancing? I don't know. Are the slides supposed to be advancing? I don't know what you mean with slides. What is the price for those leads? The price is, I put it out $47, okay? So we will see how much, it also depends how much effort we have to put in it, okay? And it will also depend on how many leads we can, and a lot of things. So my feeling is $47 is so affordable for, you need about two of those to get a real client, and I will cut and paste that role play from Fritz so you can listen back to it, how you do the assumption that, okay, now I'm verifying, if you qualify, and make sure you can, otherwise it doesn't make sense for me to send you those calls.
And that comes from experience too. I mean, I'm not making that up. Because sometimes they can't take new business. Sometimes they're not ready for it. So
okay, so I know. Let me answer the question. So you're selling. No, you don't sell lead tracker jack. You for the $47. When you order this, you got the complete phone number. You got the first and the last name of the business owner, which have let them know, hey, I want to get more clients to us. Okay, what is so you call them up and you say, hey, I know you showed interest. Let me first ask some questions to see if you qualify. Yes, you can have more towing companies in a round robin. Yes, you can.
oh yeah.
Yeah, and that is what you should do. So first you start with the one. You set up your lead gen system. You see the company cannot handle the call. You're going to look for a second company. Sorry, Jesus, Jack, this is the most confusing explanation I ever heard. Yeah, that's me. I know. I think I have to... okay, you need to have the lead tracker jack serves, okay, because you generate those calls and you want to invoice the client for each call, okay? So you need lead tracker jack, okay? Everybody on this call has probably lead tracker jack, okay? Half of your guys don't have clients, okay? I took responsibility for that, okay? I listened to you guys, okay? And I said we need to solve this because step number one is have a client, okay? And if you don't have lead tracker jack, it's time that you get it and send me a support ticket and I will get you the information. So let me put that in the... I'm not here to sell lead tracker jack, okay? I'm helping. I'm here to help you with getting a client. Okay. So let's assume you have lead tracker jack and you have watched the training videos and you know exactly how to order a tracking number. Okay. Next step is you need to have a client, and half of your guys are struggling with getting a new paying client. Okay. Fritz and I have, especially Fritz, has worked months and months and months to set up a system. And when Fritz told me about his system, I said, this is the answer for my clients. Okay? So for your members, you know, you are my client. So Fritz, I think you're moving the mic a little bit.
Yeah, okay, now it's good.
So then we automate things ever. We make it for your guys very easy to order that client, okay? We just teach you guys how to convert that new client, okay? And it will not be one at one, okay? It will be one or two, and maybe the first couple, maybe 1 to 3, okay? Because you need to build up your confidence, okay? So with that said, you can order now from the NIST, okay? There are some limitations, okay? We are not able to provide, I think, as many clients as you guys looking for, okay? At the moment, I think about 1,500 people are using lead tracker jack, okay? In the Facebook group is about 800 people, okay? So every time when there is something, a new client, probably they jump on it, okay? So we have to see how things go, okay? But the first one who order has that dedicated client, okay? It will not get shared, okay? So there are a couple of things we're going to introduce, okay? One is, and it is not done yet, okay? So I still have a lot of ideas, okay? One is if we upload a new client, you get an email note, or you can get an email notification, okay? So when there will something like hot clients and something like email notification, okay? So, and then probably, so I'm not done with my ideas, but probably you can say, have a checkbox and you can say, for this niche, if there is a new hot client, send me an email, okay? And then you can go in Lead Tracker Jack and decide if you want to order that client. You know, if you have enough work, you have a client, you do the fulfillment, you don't need that client, okay? But if you don't have a client yet, or you're ready to take a new client on, you probably want that lead. So this is all new, guys. This is not what I have seen ever somewhere else, okay? This is because you let me know what your problem was. And actually, this was my problem too, okay? This is not something that I didn't know that it exists. I knew this problem exists, okay? For years I didn't have a lot of clients, okay? Now things change for me because once you have a reputation, it's easier, okay? Now you are probably in a position where I was a couple of years ago, and I want to bring you guys to my level and to Fritz level, okay? So we developed that system. So $47 is for that information that you get, okay? When you click on order, you get the whole information, the complete phone number, the first name and the last name and the email. That is what you get. And then you're going to call that client and say, hey, you showed interest. Let me first ask you a couple of questions before to get you qualified. Okay, and I will cut and paste that role play for you guys so you can listen a couple of times back to it and feel comfortable to convert that client. So the conversion is about 1 to 2, I think 1 to 2 for Fritz. It might be 1 to 3 for your guys in the beginning. So, and even for, let's say the worst scenario is three. You need 3 clients, three prospects to get a paying client. So, and it's only one time, and then you make $1,000 per month for that client. So everybody's asked role play, bullet punch. I think did you ask that the second time that question? So this is my advice, okay? When I studied for school, okay, I make summaries, and when I created a summary, I learned my stuff. I didn't need to study anymore because I put it on paper by myself, okay? This is what you want to do. You want to listen to the role play, and you want to create your own summary, your own notes. And once you do that, you have memorized it, and maybe you role play with somebody else in the Facebook group, okay? There are almost 800 people are happy to help you, every one of them. Do you see that? If you guys were not in the Facebook lately, go into it, okay? There are really good communication. I saw on post, hey, my phone number doesn't seem to work. Can you give a call? And 10 people jumped on it. Hey, I want to set up a special topic, you know. Who likes to jump on it? So there are really good things going on in the Facebook group.
You know, if there is enough interest, I could do a role play like that for each niche, because it would be a little different. Okay. You know, in the higher end niches.
Are you ready for that now, Fritz, or you want to do it
next? Not now. Okay. Not tonight, I mean.
Okay.
No, but I mean, I could do it, you know, with somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, and record it and then put it in there, because, you know, the doctor niches are, you know, you talk to them a little bit different. So, you know, and the amount of calls you can get, probably most people don't know, right, the average amount of calls for each niche, because the niche somewhat determines how many calls you can get for that niche client. So you don't overpromise or underpromise. So I could kind of go over that. Because that all qualifies you too. It makes you really sound like you know what you're doing, and you've worked with other people in their niche, you know, for years, and you understand their niche. So, and that's all they're looking for is just, you know, comfort, to trust. They're looking to trust you. That's all they're looking to do. Can I trust the guy? And so the more you talk from knowledge, the faster they'll trust you. So yeah, I think that was good.
I think Fritz, there's a lot of interest on those role plays, and I agree on that. So we have to see how we can do that, you know, and then make that available.
Okay.
So I think that answers a lot of people's question. I don't want to make this a very lengthy webinar. We have a weekly thing, so every week you can ask us questions and cover a topic. When I started doing those webinars before the first one, I was afraid that I didn't have enough things to explain and things to show and things to teach. And do you know what the reality is? I have so many things that I still have that I want to share, I want to show and want to do with you guys. I could almost do every day, but I know you don't have the time, and I need to do all the stuff. But what I'm looking for is that every week I want to bring you something valuable. So your time is valuable to me. So I thank all the guys for your comments now. So after paying the $47 for getting the client, do you provide the leads to them, or do I find? You do the fulfillment, okay? This is okay. 1 second, let me think. This is a kind of typical mistake most guys make, okay? And that is this. I'm going to first study on how to do the fulfillment before I get a client. And after a half year, the reality is I had never had a client because I'm still studying. So we teach you guys how to do the fulfillment, okay? And we might set up a special training webinar and whatever, okay? Step number 1 is get somebody paid. It feels so different if you get paid by a company. And he said, okay, every action, everything what I read now, every page what I read about the fulfillment, I know I get paid, okay? It's not because I need to study it and hopefully I will find a client. No, a client is waiting for your phone calls, okay? And every page, everything what I read brings me to that goal to generate that phone call. And you're going to learn that much more quickly than you don't know, okay? Then you don't have the knowledge. So in the OTO, in the upgrade from Lead Tracker Jack, there is a really good training about AdWords, okay? So I got a very good feedback on it. I know some of you guys needs more hands-on training, and Google AdWords, and that is a little bit the shady part of it, they changed the interface recently. So I understand you need some more training, and Fritz and I will also help you with that, okay? Don't be afraid. We will come up with a package or whatever what you need to do the A to Z fulfillment, okay? But without client, it doesn't make any sense that you buy WSO, and nobody pays you, okay? That is the frustration part in my eyes, okay? To me, it changed a lot when I got paid, and I had money to spend. I had money to spend to do the fulfillment, to learn the fulfillment, and I felt motivated. So that was for me the switch point, and I think it will also be for you. So with that said, I know I haven't answered quite a bit of questions. Most were related to fulfillment. We will cover them in the coming webinars. This webinar, this training session was regarding getting a client. And if you have a question related to that topic, you can put your question now in. Once we buy the client, then we build the site for them. Yes, okay, Floyd, that is what you want to do, okay? You're going to decide for you which niche you're going after, okay? And you stick with it for a while, okay? Maybe it is AC, plumber, towing, whatever you feel related to. And if you bought Fritz 12 niches, you know which one of those 12 have a high chance that they will work for you, okay? So you don't need to make the same mistakes as Fritz did, okay? Fritz explored a lot of niches, okay? So you concentrate on those 12 niches, okay? You pick one, okay? Then for that one, you set up a website, okay? So, you know, it takes maybe a day, okay? A day or 2 days. You set up the website, okay? So that part you have done, and you feel comfortable. Okay, now I have a website. Once you have a client, you buy that domain name, okay? And once you buy, you clone that website to that new domain name. Okay, now you are done with the website, okay? Then you need to send the traffic to that website, either by SEO, by YouTube, or AdWords, okay? Fritz and I are AdWords guys, okay? We like quick results, get quick pay. That is what you can do with AdWords, okay? That is how you want to start, because the client wants to get those calls next day, okay? They don't want to wait a month. So they want to have that next day or as soon as possible, okay? So then you send traffic via AdWords and with special keywords which we teach you guys, okay? And so that help you to do delivery, okay? This is not a fulfillment webinar. That is because you guys said I don't have an Fred, I mute you for a second.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if I can mute it. Okay, so this is do we get the so that is so in the OTO, in the upgrade of lead tracker, there is a really good AdWords training. That is the base, okay? I really think you need to watch that. I'm not selling this at this webinar, but I think that is give you a really good base, okay? Then later on we will do more fulfillment training, okay? But all those training, all those, how many from your guys bought a product the last 7 days, a WSO product? Can you type in yes or no? As everybody, I see one no, okay? I see so many yes, okay. I see 4, okay. Listen guys, 0 clients and you buy WSOs, you're still looking for learning more. do you see, do you feel what I feel? You need a client, okay? And once you have the client, you buy the WSO, okay? Because and that WSO that will be related to that client, okay? Because you need to do the fulfillment, and if you say this is not a WSO, Ken, I'm not selling you, okay? If you feel that way, I feel sorry for you, okay? So I'm just asking the question, how many WSO did you buy the last week, okay? And I know I have been in that same position. I bought almost every day a WSO, and I watched the webinar, okay? And I didn't have clients. And I was learning, okay? I was eager to succeed. But it changed for me. It changed for me when I got paying clients, and that is where I want you help it, okay? And good job, Mike. So so in the fulfillment about how much costs a click, you know, all those kind of things. If you watch the AdWords webinar, you will see that my quality scores are 10, okay? And that is because the keywords are local intent. And probably this is for some of you guys over your head now, but if you have a local intent keyword and a high quality score, that click is much cheaper than your competition because they don't have that knowledge, okay? So we will jump in the fulfillment, but don't jump in now, okay? Get a client, and then once you have a client, I will see activity in Facebook group. When I ask that question, I hope to see 9 of the 10 you guys, hey Jack, I have a client, what's next, okay? Now we can jump to the next step. So that is what I'm hoping for. So Ken, send me a support ticket if you still want those 12 niche packets. I don't want to make this a selling webinar. I prefer to deliver content, and I don't want to have the, you know, that they say, you know, you're here to sell. So that's that part. What I do appreciate is if you go to the Facebook group. That is what I do appreciate, and you leave a comment about this webinar, and you leave you ask questions, whatever you think you want to share. I'm good with that, okay? So Fritz, 12 niche, I don't think he stopped the promotion yet, so I can still help you with that. So that, if that was your question, Ken. But I said I really appreciate if you, when you jump off this training, you leave a comment on in the Facebook group. I think I did. Can you put the links in the chat? Which links? The Facebook. I just did Facebook. So which link are you looking for, Dale? Okay, Nancy. And I mean it, Nancy. Jack, I really appreciate your point of view of telling us about how important getting clients is before we buy more stuff. You are the first one to say that. It is refreshing to hear that. Yes. Yes, and I was in your position, Nancy. You know, I'm not different than your guys. So, and I barked also a lot every day, and I was hoping to read something where I can get the next client. And of course I build up my knowledge. It's not wasted time, but it feels different if you have a client, and then you probably are a little bit nervous when you get the first client. I know, okay, it's you know, it's with all your things in life, what are the first things and how to deal with it. But the reason why you doing this is that you want to have a paying client. So that is something what you need to take that step. So it's not, so it's if you want to do local internet marketing, you need a client. So that's I guess we are scared of getting client and being unable to deliver, but I take your point. Jump in the lake first. Yeah, actually, that's me. You know, I think that's me. I jump a lot in a lot of circumstances, which I know I don't know everything, and I haven't studied the whole book from A to Z. But I feel confident that I can do it, and I'm surrounded with people who will help me. So and that is what in the Facebook group there are so many knowledgeable people. If you have a problem, you can share that problem, okay? And maybe you can team up, or you know, and if there's nobody, I will help you, okay? I will think about your problem, and I will put training together. So as long as you keep responding and say, you know, Jack, if 50 people in the say, Jack, I need this, Fritz and I will come up with that. So Richard, do I need to start cold calling? You know, I think, of course you can do it, okay? I use this for other purpose a little bit, also the same example, but you want to fish, and you want to fish at spots where are the most fish. You of course are a lot of fishes in the ocean, okay? But fishing at the right place makes you much more successful. If I think for $47 is very affordable, maybe you just buy 2 lesser WSO per week, okay? And for that you have a client. How many WSO have you bought, and how many clients have you got from that? So you need to put things in perspective. How to fish in addition to buy the fish. It's a whole system that Fritz has developed. So it's like you're asking now, how can I run before I can walk, Tom? That's what I think would answer your question. Okay, I don't know your level. I don't know how many clients you have, but most don't have. So I just want to teach how to walk. Thanks, Carrie. Thanks for being on the call. Yeah, I started the recording, so I hope it went well. So let me close the recording now, and I can still answer some guys some questions, so the replay will not be too long. So thanks for everybody for listening to this recording.